Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm midway through my session, just on my warm-up, a little bit of activation, hands, feet work. But now, the whole point of this video is I'm going to give you a couple drills, probably 3 drills for you guys to complete as kind of a solo session, because being a goalkeeper is hard. You don't just need a ball in the goal, you most time need a server, you need someone to kick the ball at you, but there is still ways you can get that work in, just you and this football. So I'm going to give you 3 of them, just to go over just some simple basics, because all goalkeepers need to go back over the basics. Big thing about all these drills though, you just need a football and yourself, nothing else. Just you don't even need cones, don't need anything, you just need a football, a pitch and yourself. Some gloves maybe and some boots, but honestly, you do it on the beat, you can do it absolutely anywhere. First drill is the low dive. So this is crucial for anything, and the big 3 tips that I tell myself is I've got to, in my set, I've got to be positive, I've got to have my head and hands forward. Secondly, I've got to be aggressive, I can't be stepping sideways, I've got to step towards the ball being aggressive. And thirdly, you've always got to try and go with 2, and always trying to end up, if here's the floor on the bottom, 1 hand behind the ball, 1 hand on top. That's the ideal shape. So let's get the first drill going. So starting, laying down on your side, couple reps going up and down on the ball, attacking it, laying with your outside leg in front of you, your push-off legs. If you're going to your right leg. If you're going to your left, the left leg's got to be in front of you. And you're just kind of sitting up and attacking the ball with 2 hands, going for aggressive and driving through the ball. You're not just coming down the ball, you're going through the ball, attacking it. Moving on to the second variation of the low dive, to progress it, just starting on your knees, attacking with that outside leg, being nice and positive, driving it forwards and attacking the ball. A little bit of progression on this one, as you can see, just getting used to coming from a bit of a higher set with your head to a lower position. This, allows us to get that feeling of attacking a ball diving. Big things here, like I said before, just attacking the ball with our hands, as well as taking a really positive line of our feet and attacking the ball. We're also got to make sure we're resetting every time, coming up to fully neutral in the middle. So the final progression of this is from fully standing, just like a normal dive now, but we're just taking all the little bits we've built through all the progressions into this final dive. So hands and head forwards, attacking with a step, big outside foot step towards the ball, being in a nice low set position. Really trust ourselves getting those 2 hands on it. Like I mentioned at the start, a low dive technique is so important for all goalkeepers. So going over the basic a couple of times a week, maybe once, maybe twice. If you're struggling with it, maybe a couple more times, can really help with your success of diving and also how good it feels. Because if something doesn't feel natural as a goalkeeper, there's a good chance you're not going to make the saves. As normal, a couple of repetitions each side of this, focusing on the hands, head and feet. And throughout this, you would have learned stuff about your body and how you are as a goalkeeper that you can take into this. So moving on now, we're going to focus on some cross taking. This, can't really break it down to the simplest form, because cross taking is quite just a fluid motion. You're coming through, taking a big cross, outside knee, either way you're attacking. And all we're just going to work on here is just you've got to throw it to yourself. Big thing, any young goalkeeper progressing for ages up to under 14s, about under 18s, you get introduced to it in men's football. Cross taking is the biggest part of games. You can get moves up league just by your cross taking. You can get signed for a lot better teams just because of how good you are in the air. So this is an absolutely crucial part of goalkeeping, especially if we can work on this by ourselves solo. Imagine when we get to team training, imagine when we get to goalkeeper, imagine when we get to games. We're going to be so much better. So this drill is nice and simple. You're just going to set in kind of a middle position, and just to start as the first progression, you're just going to throw the ball up in front of you, come and claim it nice and big. Got to attack at its highest point with that outside knee up, being nice and positive. And as well as that, a big call could be helpful just to start. You don't have to, but you can if you want to keep good habits going. This is a nice and simple start, but it's a crucial to get the basics going. Cross taking being one of those skills where you can't really break down. There's not too many progressions to it. So of course you've got the one straight in front of you, getting used to attacking the flight of the ball and attacking the highest points. And now it's gonna be quite a nice simple one, 3 angled cross take. So you're gonna set up like you're in a corner, and you've got to imagine you've got right in front of you, where you've been doing is your middle. You've got to focus on your back post and your front post. And now all you're going to do is go from middle, back, front with the way you throw the ball. And you're going to go in the middle, attack at its highest point. The back post, you're going to have to cross step potentially, or back or side shuffle and attack forwards. And then front post, you're all going to have to attack in. You're going to have to be very aggressive attacking at the front post. You're going to do that both sides, couple rounds each. The big things here, attacking at its highest point, going through the ball. As soon as you catch it, you're not just stopping, you've got to run through it. You've got to be really positive with that. Finally, getting across from your right hand side, your left knee's going to go up, and from the left hand side, your right knee's going to go up. So you've got to really focus on that, whether it's front, back or middle. You've got to focus on those little skills. The last drill that we're going to do, the third and final drill, is working on our high dives. It's a bit like that cross taking. It's quite hard to break down, but we'll be focusing kind of on knees to start, and the big thing here is the push off. You've got to get up there. That ball could be kind of coming at you kind of bottom of the ribs up to all the way in the top corner. You've got to be able to get up there and push off. So it's gonna be nice and simple. I'll break it down as normal, and this was kind of going to also help from building on from the low dives. You can use the information we got there into the high dives as well. The big thing is you've got to get a nice serve for yourself. I tend to like to bounce it or throw it up, let it bounce, and as soon as it bounces, that's my cue to go. Gives me kind of a response. But if you want to just kind of throw it up and do it, you can do that. But I'm going to start on my knees, and all I'm going to do to start is keep one knee up and push off that knee into the air. So if I'm going to my right foot's going to give me that big old push. You can start with keeping it up, and then you can progress it to get a little bit harder by keeping it down and getting used to kind of being able to drive that hip and knee up and plant and get up to the save. And then just to progress the finish off, just going to do it from standing. Don't do too many, especially in the summer, just due to how hard the ground gets. It can hurt hips and whatnot, so only a couple. But big thing's the throw. I will bounce it and do it, as it allows me to get not a high one, which isn't going to bounce. Only a couple of these each side. Big thing here is pushing off, being explosive, stepping into your dive. You might need a little shovel regarding of where it is, but remember, we're diving forwards, we're going through the line of the ball, and we're really just trying to get up there. These saves, if you hold them, fair play. And of course we're going to hold them in this session, but when it comes to games, you'll be able to know which ones you can hold and which one you can't hold by doing these kind of sessions. So it's quite an awkward drill, that one, just being aware we're to throw it, we're about to tap the ball. But the big thing for me is getting my feet right and getting that rhythm of stepping up. Of course, I felt like I was very narrow and I was pushing off from a narrow position, when again I'd like to get wider, push off from wider. But honestly, that's three little basics. Of course, if you're on a turf pitch or on a flatter surface than I am, it's a lot easier. I'm on quite a grassy, not too bouncy and hard surface, so it's quite hard to get the bounce, but doing that once or twice a week will be massive for any goalkeeper. So thank you guys for watching. If you've got any other questions or you want more videos like this, please let me know, and I'll see you next week.